Everything benefits when the leader grows. Everything benefits when the leader grows. When you get better as a leader, what does that do? That helps you improve and take your culture to that next level. Culture is the foundation and the DNA of an organization, which transforms organizational performance. It is not strategy. Strategy is wildly and massively important. But you have to understand that it is culture, which really is behavior at scale, is what helps an organization achieve and execute their strategy. And when organizational performance is transformed, that accelerates growth and impact all throughout the organization. Every function, every division within that organization. So to truly be a transformational LPC leader, it starts with us as leaders becoming a better version of ourselves, continually stepping out of our comfort zone, and realizing that everything benefits when the leader grows. Everything. My presentation today and the time that I'll be spending with you is titled Transformational Leadership, the building blocks to becoming a game-changing leader. Some of you might be asking, what is transformational leadership? Transformational leadership is this idea that it is not about what I do or it's not about what my organization does. It's what I inspire others to do. It's what I inspire others to become. Right? That is transformational leadership. Transformational leadership is the idea and the philosophy and the mindset and the intentionality that me as a leader, as my behavior goes as a leader, so goes the behavior of the rest of my organization. So what we ask of our people and what we demand of our people, what we demand of the market, at the end of the day, we have to take a look at ourselves and ask ourselves, are we first transforming as a leader? Because right now we're in a room of all high achievers. Every single person in this room is massively successful, or else you would not be here. In all of my prep work and leading up to today, I was just blown away at not only the phenomenal work that so many of the organizations in this room are doing, but the member companies are just leading the way, not only for the industry, but really what's at stake and the type of impact that can be made. But we have to understand that leadership is not about getting other people to do what we want them to do. It's about transforming ourselves and then asking ourselves, how can we then inspire other people to become a better version of ourselves? It is what the best coaches do. Think of Nick Saban. Right? How many Crimson Tide fans in here? Not many. That's a good thing, though. That's a good thing, though. Sorry, Diana. But, there's one thing that you can't deny and you can't argue that Nick Saban, he demands and gets the most out of his players. But there's one thing that you'll realize, just like that opening story that I shared with you, Nick Saban is leading the way. He's continually evolving. He's continually becoming a better version of himself. When you look at the landscape of the NIL, when you look at the landscape of how coaches are supposed to use social media nowadays, everything has changed when Nick Saban first started at Michigan State. LSU, every place that he's been at. But every single year, yes, he gets the best talent, but his leadership, it's all about what he inspires others to do. And that's what we have to realize, that when we become a better version of ourselves, we then have to shift our focus of not what we have to make other people do, how can we inspire others to become a better version of themselves? And quite frankly, if we want to be successful and take our leadership to the next level, we first have to understand that leadership as we know it is broken and outdated. What do I mean by this? The command and control type of leadership, thinking that if we just worry about results and the P&L and gross profit margin, that if we just deliver the results, if that's all we do, and we've been doing that for 25 years, we'll be good. The fact of the matter is that at the end of 2021, and what we've all seen for the past 2.5 years with the COVID-19 pandemic, really all the pandemic did was accelerate these leadership shifts and changes that are not only here to stay, they are here to transform the American workforce. 4 million people left their jobs in America at the end of November of 2021. The numbers have gotten a little bit better, but at the end of the day, that trend is going to continue. So we as leaders, we have to ask ourselves, not the question of, oh my gosh, all of this change. Not only am I supposed to come up with these advancements in technology and do all this stuff that makes me very uncomfortable, but even the old leadership styles, they're outdated, they're broken. Well, that's life. That's life. We have to continually evolve. And leadership as we know it, it is not command and control. It is not just about results, right? To become a transformational leader, we have to understand that right now in this moment in time, we need bold and courageous leadership. We need bold and courageous leadership. We need leaders who understand that the old soft skills are the new hard skills. We need leaders who understand that being vulnerable and leading with empathy and communicating with authenticity and realizing that the people that we employ that work at our organizations are humans and people. And we also have to realize that how do we achieve our results? How do we serve our customers? How do we deliver a world-class experience? It is your people. It is your people. You could have the best strategy in the world. You could have the best mission statement that's on your website, but if your people are not on a mission themselves, and that starts with you as a leader leading the way, I can guarantee you that somewhere within that time frame, the results are going to be derailed and minimized. Right now, we need bold and courageous leadership. How much does leadership matter to the changing workforce and the demands that we're looking at right now? Well, according to the research organization Gallup, leaders control up to 70% of that organization's employee engagement. 70%. 70%. And please hear me out on this. When I say employee engagement, I am not talking about just being happy, right? A lot of people think of culture or employee engagement as people are walking around 24/7 with a smile on their face and just greeting you. Hey, how you doing, John? I'm so great to see you today. At the end of the day, employee engagement is all about feeling fulfilled. It's having psychological safety. It's being able to be your true, authentic self in front of your colleagues and the people that you go to work with every single day. And we as leaders, we control 70% of that. 70% is controlled by how we show up every single day as a leader. And what is the data saying? What is the research looking at? What are the numbers of not only the COVID-19 pandemic, but quite frankly, some of these numbers are even starting to shift before the pandemic. 15% of American employees believe that their organization's leadership fails at making them feel hopeful and optimistic that the future will be bigger than the past. Tragedy. Tragedy. And 13% of American employees believe that their organization leadership effectively communicates the mission, the vision, and the direction of where that organization is going, not only the next 3 to 5 years, but also in the present, current moment. I mean, this is tragic. And as much as I think it's tragic, it also provides an incredible opportunity for every single leader that is in this room to show up and deliver beyond belief. But it starts with us realizing that it's up to us first and foremost. It starts with us.